Somebody needs to pop that red balloon. I'm just saying. Hey, everybody. We're going to be talking about the TV show Welcome to Derry. And we're going to have an interesting conversation because it's going to be an interesting show. With that, here today, we're talking on Two Geeks and a Microphone. I will talk first, everybody. Good morning to you. Welcome to Two Geeks and a Microphone. I am your co-host, Mr. Stephen Boster, along with the one, the only, the most, I was going to say clownish, but you're not that big of a clown. Here today, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in geekdom land. No, that was good. I like that. That was pretty funny.
Well, everybody, welcome. We're excited to be here with you today to talk about the show Welcome to Derry. Yes, the geeks are in the sewers, and I think that's not just metaphorical. No, I'm just kidding. So we're going to have a good time today talking about the show. In all openness, everybody, I have not seen, I know, don't get mad at me, I have not seen It, Chapter 1, nor Chapter 2. I did watch the old Tim Curry version a long time ago, but I barely remember it. And so we're going to have some interesting takes on this. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time with it and stuff like that. Real quick, I want a big shout out. Go for Fluffernut. Good morning.
Hey.
Good to have you with us today. I'm going to put on here, welcome to the show, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
You know, we probably should do that. No, because we'll probably get a whatchamacallit for it.
If I can figure out a way to separate the voice from the, the singing from the music, we might be able to get away with it. I just got to figure out how to do that first.
Yeah. That'd be
otherwise good. Gene Simmons himself will probably sue us.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to do that, even though there's no way in the world we're going to make any money off of that. So.
Right. Can you really show how we're making money?
Yeah, right. Yeah, show me. Show me. Because I'd like to know.
Show me the money.
Right.
Sorry. All right. Okay. Well, hey, everybody, it's going to be interesting today. Mike and I tried to save it for the podcast as much as we possibly could. And it's going to be really interesting in a lot of different ways. So with my review, with his review, but also the connection, Stephen King, all kinds of neat stuff today.
DC Comics. There's a DC
I know.
Comics
it's like, what? Right? All right.
It's even connected to our last episode, which makes me even more excited.
Yeah. All right. Did you have geeky news today? We didn't talk about that before the show, did we?
I don't actually have geeky news other than what we discussed, and we decided to hold that off till next week. So
yeah, the only geeky news that I wanted to bring up, and dadgummit, I didn't get it ready because we were too busy talking about getting ready for the show. Give me just a second, everybody. Sorry, I apologize. To try to have this ready, and I did not.
Well, should we play the geeky news intro?
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Oh, sorry, I didn't turn it off. Okay. This is, I'm just going to bring it up through a Google thing and show it to everybody. So here is the dealioso. I'm excited for this movie that's coming out with Henry Cavill. It is Highlander. Oh. I was a fan of the first movie. And those who understand what I mean, the second movie, third movie, and the others were not so great. They were okay. The TV show I would watch, the one with Adrian Paul, I enjoyed it. Well, the first couple of seasons. Then there was the Pouty season. People may know what I'm talking about, where it was
Pouty
like,
season?
Yeah, he in the show. Spoiler alert: he accidentally killed his friend. His name was Richie, and then it was the whole shock of a death kind of a thing. But then he was all pouty. I'm not going to fight or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, that's why we watch the show. We want to see the sword play. Anyway, Henry Cavill evidently is a fan, and they released the first images of Henry Cavill as, I don't know which McLeod he's going to be, if it's Duncan McLeod, Connor McLeod, Connor Cloud of the McLeod. Anyway, so that's why it's called Highlander, because he's from the Scottish Isles, kind of a thing. Or anyway, but interesting concept. But I think this looks really cool. I think it's going to be really neat to see how they do this movie. So, and I love Henry Cavill. So,
geeky confession: I've never seen Highlander.
The first one is with the movie was Christopher Lambert, and he plays Connor McLeod. In the TV series, Adrian Paul plays Duncan McLeod. So they're relatives, kind of a thing, and all that. That's a whole other story. But the bad guy in the first movie is oh gosh, everybody help me out. It's Dancy. You would know the actor, Michael. Hang on a second. Let me pull it up. Highlander.
Steven, Brenda's going to be so proud of you.
For what?
You actually called me Michael.
Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown is the villain.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Plays the Kurgan and all, and it's actually really good. So, with that being said, everybody, it's an interesting premise. There can be only one. All these guys who are mortals, and then you chop their head off, and then you get what's called the quickening. You get their powers and abilities, or not really powers, but there's something about it. I don't know how they'll play that out, but and then in the end there can only be one, because there's what's called the prize, and the prize is you don't know what the prize is, and I don't know how they'll handle it, what they'll say what the prize is and stuff. But anyway, needless to say, I'm looking forward. I like Henry Cavill. I'm sure it does need to be updated for today's audiences. 86, it was good. It's not bad. The concept was really cool.
When does that come out?
I don't know. Let's just ask. When does the new Highlander movie with Henry Cavill come out? Let's see what it says. 2026 or 2027.
Okay. Maybe we can plan for that for the show then.
Yeah.
I like Henry Cavill. I mean,
would that fall under our classic sci-fi if it's 1986?
Well, yeah, definitely. The original one, sure. I would say we do the new one for the main show, and then
do the classic,
do the original for the classic. So yes, you can put that on our calendar also.
The TV show added to the lore a lot, which was really good. But okay. So anyway, okay, yeah, that's it for geeky news for me.
All right, I have no geeky news, so we can move on to Geekdar. I do have Geekdar.
Nice.
With the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
That's not all.
I'm looking forward to Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money.
Me too. And I'm looking forward to the return of Rick Moranis. So, I mean,
yes.
that's just awesome that he's coming back to Hollywood for that. So for my Geekdar today, I kind of talked about this last week. I had ordered book 1 of the Lone Wolf series, The Flight from Dark, and I had received book 1, but I received the junior edition of book 1, which is not what I wanted. So I hightailed it back to Barnes and Noble, at least before Stormageddon 2026 happened here.
Yes.
And because in the Midwest we got hit with a pretty hard snowstorm last weekend. I mean, it just snowed and snowed.
A lot of people did, yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I knew that was coming. So that Friday night, I hightailed it to Barnes and Noble and said, "Hey, I need to return this and I need to order the correct book." And lo and behold, I got it yesterday. So here it is.
Woohoo!
One Lone Wolf Flight from the Dark. This is the book that Stephen has been raving about. And
Yep.
it is a kind of choose your own adventure RPG, which I'm excited to learn how to play and do it. And so you just go through the book and kind of make your own decisions and battle like you're playing an RPG, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, I went ahead and ordered the second book since I was there. So I've gotten the second book, which is Fight on the Fire or Fight on the Water. Or Fire on the Water. Yeah. There we go.
Fire on the water. Oh, no. So that's the wrong song. Sorry.
Close. But
so, see, here's my copy. I have my copy here. Oh, yeah. Here. Let me show you.
And Steven's got, is that the signed?
No. No, I just got the hardback. Okay. Now, the first one, The Flight of the Dark, here's my copy of it. It is signed.
Nice.
And I'm having trouble with the green screen here.
Now, that's signed by the author's son.
It is signed by the author's son. That is correct.
The author passed away several years ago, right?
Correct. Yes. Yes, okay. He did pass away. And what's crazy about my signed copy is they're limited to only like 250 copies, I think they made. Yeah. And mine, let me see if you can see it. There it is. It's supposed to be down here. They didn't hand gold thing on it to see what number it is out of the 350. So mine is super special because it doesn't have it on there.
That's so funny. Oh, God. Well, I don't have the hardbacks. I have the paperbacks, but
yeah,
I just too cheap to buy hardbacks.
No, it was Christmas presents. I mean, the number 1 and number 5 I bought because I wanted signed copies. Because number 5 was the story I remember the most of how it transforms you to the next set of series, and and it was only supposed to be the first 5 books, and then it caught on and people really liked it, so they continued them. I am and on. So the last 2 books come out this year.
Nice.
And
there's 30 and 32 in the full set.
Yeah.
And then there's some like spin-off books too, right?
There are spin-off books. So in the paperbacks, the old books, there was one called Gray Star the Wizard. And there's only 3 books of those. And I had those, and I really liked those as a kid. And you can meet him in the first book, by the way. And then just depending on which routes you take, kind of a thing and stuff. So
it is choose your own adventure.
It is. And what's nice about it, they designed it to where you can make different decisions and go on different paths. So it's not like it's the same story every time. It's really pretty neat. So anyway, needless to say, I could talk about Lone Wolf all day. Just, I love it.
Well,
I like it a lot.
Well, just before the show, we discussed the idea of possibly doing a playthrough of book 1 on Ko-fi. So we're working out the details on how to do that and when we can do it and stuff like that. But stay tuned. That might be extra Ko-fi to do. So
it'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun.
It'll be fun. Yep. All right. Cool. Anything else you got for your geeky news? Geekdar, excuse me.
Nope. That's all I got for today.
Okay. So, one last thing for everybody here real quick is, let me go. I'm going to share with you my screen. Kelly and I, my wife and I, watched on Prime. It's on Prime. And we watched The Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. It also has in it Marina Baccarin, Jacob. I never can say his last name, Batalon, but she was the one. He's the guy who's in the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, and the guy in the chair.
The guy in the chair.
And
I'm your guy in the chair.
Right? You're the guy in the chair. So here's the thing. We watched it. People are giving it 6.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 78%. It's a fun movie. And so that's all I'm going to say about that. So did we enjoy it? Yes. Is it worth paying Prime for? If you've already got Prime, it's worth seeing. I can say that. So, but I'll save it if we decide we want to do an episode on it, kind of a thing. So there's some interesting aspects to it. So anyway, that's all my geek time. That's what we watched.
Jason Momoa is well liked in this house, so I'm sure that'll go over. So we should probably mention one other thing.
Yes.
This Tuesday, we are doing a Creators Corner episode, and our friend John Jackson Miller is going to return, and we are going to be discussing his latest novel, Batman Revolution. I don't think I ever showed this. This is the back of the cover of the book.
Nice.
It's got the joke or the Riddler question mark, and it says question everything, which actually isn't bad advice.
Yeah. So I think I'm a quarter of the way through it right now.
Are you? I have not started yet.
Oh, it's really good. Oh, sorry. I'm spoiling it. Sorry.
That's not a spoiler. No, I haven't started because, for one thing, right now I'm reading your book. So,
you can don't read you can read my book later. Get this in so you can get it in before Tuesday.
There's no way I'm going to get it read before Tuesday.
Okay,
that's not possible, dude. I don't read that fast. You want to see our screen back?
Oh yeah. Sorry. There we go. I am listening to it on Audible at 1.5 speed. And that's how I listen.
Do that, dude.
It's about as fast as you read when you really think about it. So
no, I read slower.
No.
So I'd have to slow it down.
Oh, you're so funny. And also,
if I read it at the speed, if I played it at the speed I read, he'd sound like he's drunk.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. It introduces the Bat Van. That's not really a major spoiler, but which is kind of cool. Reminds me kind of the A-Team kind of a thing. And then it is the story of Edward Nygma, and I'm not going to say what his real name is or who the character is in the book, but it is Edward Nygma. It was the how shall I say this? It's interesting. It's a good backstory. Nice. For the villain. It is. It really is.
Well, I'm excited to get John Miller's take on the Riddler, because it will be his version of the Riddler. It's not going to be the Jim Carrey one that we get in
That's
Batman
the
Forever.
Joel Schumacher.
Right. That's a Joel
Schumacher. The director. Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be, what we get technically in the comic books or the cartoons, either one. Mm-mm. It is going to be John's take on it. And I loved his take on Clayface in the first book.
Yes.
I mean, that was incredible. I loved it. I'm like, dang, Warner Brothers should be making these into movies,
Yeah.
I mean, we can make Michael Keaton look younger now.
Right.
We can do it. I mean, come on. Bring him back as the Batman and make these into movies, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can discuss that on Tuesday night, but please tune in Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and join us for our interview, our discussion with John Jackson Miller on his new novel, Batman Revolution.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. We ready for the main event?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go, everybody. It's time for the main event. We are talking Welcome to Derry, everybody. The It prequel. Is that a way to say that?
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because I think there's some other things that we'll be discussing today that is it really a prequel? Or is it a post-prequel? What the word is that?
Well, I have two things to say. The first being The Shining. It's The Shining, boy. You want to be sued? And the second would just be beep beep. And if you're a It fan, you understand the beep beep
Okay.
reference.
Okay, good. Because I don't. Because everybody knows, as I said earlier, I have not seen It Chapter 1 nor Chapter 2. But I will say this: after seeing this, I am intrigued that I may watch those.
Nice.
Now yeah. So I guess I get some other stuff out of the way, everybody, real quick. So you want to do like kind of our overarching review, our score,
Yeah.
and then go into the spoilers and connections?
Yeah. You want to bring Megan in for this one?
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to. Megan joining us. Welcome to the show, Megan. You're always here.
She's always been the behind the scenes, though.
Yes. So it's gonna be good. Megan's got some good insights to share too, as well. So now I'm going to be open with everybody. As many of you who follow the show know, I have an issue with certain things. And I watched the trailer because last weekend, because we had finished the show and like, okay, now I got to get ready for the next show, and I got 8 hours that got to get in, and how am I going to do that? And I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not based on the trailer. And if we weren't doing a show on it, I would not have watched it, or I haven't been watching it until we were like, hey, let's do a show on it. Because the biggest thing that for new listeners know that I don't like seeing kids in horror situations. It's just plain and simple. I just don't. I don't go for that. I think it's pushing an envelope that I would think needs to be really scrutinized, and that's me. I'm a big doofus on that kind of a thing. So
no, that's not. You don't say that. That's just that's kind of your standard, you know.
And or preference. Yeah, right. Yeah, and yes. So I was like, well, how can I watch this? So. And I knew kind of the premise of it, kind of things, which is why I haven't seen those. And so started watching it, and the opening sequence starts, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, kind of a thing. I don't know. And so anyway, needless to say, that's the I did watch it, but to be open, I did do the Steven skip because I was like, how in the world am I going to get this all in? Kind of a thing. Now, so each episode's about an hour. I clocked myself with the Steven skips, and I watched a good 30 minutes of each episode. So I cut it in half to get it all in for for today. And all. So that's just me being open. I don't think there's anything that I missed really, because I was like, you know how I am. They're walking down the stairs. It takes 30 seconds to walk down the stairs.
There are so many details throughout this series.
If you follow the It, so I don't. So that's why it's like, it'll be good to hear and listen to it like that. And I'm probably a nerd, everybody, on this. But anyway, but I will say this. Anything that happened with the kids or anything that looked like it was going to happen with the kids, I'd skip it because I was like, I can't watch that kind of a thing. But the story wise, so here's my review point. The story wise, just in and of itself, not knowing chapter 1 or chapter 2, okay, was very intriguing. I will say that. Like, who is he? And then the lore of what we get, not just of Pennywise, but beyond that, the history and stuff I thought was really interesting. Halloran being in it, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I know who that is, kind of a thing from something else. And I'll let you talk about that because I know that's one of your favorite movies. And so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storytelling. The tension was good. There's some parts I didn't like, but I understood that they put it in there, the whole the racial theme of it. But I thought it was handled well. But I was just like, really, kind of a thing. But I understood it was the time and the place and the history, and it did set up for some other things. I'm like, okay. So, but I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice.
Would
Nice.
so the question is, would I go back and watch it again? Only if I watched a whole bunch of other stuff from the Stephen King universe to try to catch the connections. I'll say it that way.
The Shining and Doctor Sleep.
Yeah. You know what? I have seen those actually.
Yeah.
In Doctor Sleep, I liked what's his name? Obi-Wan playing Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I just yeah. Okay, you guys give me your takes. Let me hear it, please.
Megan, you want to go?
Sure.
Now, have you seen chapter 1 and 2, Megan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, heck yeah.
I loved it.
Okay. All
And
right.
I love both the original and I love Tim Curry and I love Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
So, I do really love the
2017 and 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter
Man,
1 is
can you
chapter
believe
2.
it's going on 10 years since that came
No.
out?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I was excited to see Skarsgård back in that role. I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't know if he was back openly. I didn't know if he was back in it or not, but I was like, because I heard he did such a great job with it. And I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
From what I heard, he was hesitant to be Pennywise again. But no, he did great.
Oh,
And I mean,
Yeah.
he did great in the movies too. But
Yeah.
I think he actually produced it. He had some,
Oh.
the TV series?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
He had something behind the scenes.
Okay.
Oh,
so
wow.
with the
Apparently, he's an actor, producer, director, writer, and voice actor, and model.
nice. Okay.
Well, now Machete is the one who directed it, though. He's the main director.
Well, I
on
just
it.
meant he is those things. He's done those
Right.
He's
of
involved
course.
a whole bunch more than just being an actor. Wow.
Of course,
Yeah.
it being a series, he could have directed specific episodes and stuff
That's true,
too.
too.
Because like the Flash, like what's his face came in and did a few episodes of the Flash, directed a few episodes of the Flash, and he wasn't like the director or
The
anything.
main showrunner, director kind of person.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it could be a situation similar to that. But the main director is Andy Machete.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff. I think I saw something else where something big coming out that he's involved with. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going down the rabbit hole.
Oh,
So
we
Megan-
didn't pick a scale either.
I like what Mom said.
What?
Well, she said love Derry. I
Red
give it
balloons.
solid.
Oh, perfect. I like that. Red balloons. So we'll
Thanks,
stick-
Brenda. We'll do that. We'll do the
Yes.
red balloons. She gave it a 9.5. I gave it a 7.5.
I go
Okay.
full 10 out of 10. I
No.
like it.
What? Nice.
I think I
Okay.
really had any gripes with it.
Okay.
And I mean, it started off with one of my favorite musicals, so which I clocked right
Oh.
away.
I you know what? I caught that right at the beginning. I'm like, oh, they're gonna say the phrase, I always thought it was idle hands are the devil's playground, but it's idle brains are the devil's playground. It's what they showed. And I was just like, as soon as he popped up, I'm like, I know that guy. That's Music Man. And that guy
Well, I knew it
plays
from the
mentor.
second.
Do what?
I knew it because they started off. The very first thing you hear is trouble,
Yeah,
and I
right.
immediately went,
Yeah.
"Music Man," and then
Yeah. It was
And then, of
classic. It
course,
was
my
great
brain
music.
goes to The Simpsons because The Simpsons did a parody of Trouble in one of their episodes in the tram episode where they're trying to put a tram in Springfield. Yeah.
Yeah. For those who have seen The Last Starfighter, the guy who plays the Music Man in the show is actually the mentor to the kid in The Last Starfighter, and
Oh,
also
okay.
plays the mentor character.
There's another geeky confession. I've never seen The Last Starfighter either. So
Oh, Okay.
So you might put that on our list for Kofi.
All right, I'll do that now. Last Starfighter, right? It is. It is. I think it is a Disney movie. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Megan was actually in The Music Man too.
Mhm.
She was in a school.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I keep squirreling us. My bad. But there's all kinds of connections today in today's show. I think that's why my brain's on it.
In 1962, the movie,
which is perfect.
Makes
with the timeline too,
sense.
'cause
Okay.
this happens in 1962. So
Brian, thank you. Brian Ramsey's in the house. Brian, thank you so much. Robert Preston is the actor.
not a Disney movie.
Not a Disney movie.
Oh,
wah,
Bummer.
wah.
I'm sure we can find it though.
Yeah, they had an anniversary edition recently. So,
So
anyway, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yes, I am a fan of the original miniseries that came out in the 80s. I enjoy, or well, actually, I'd say it was early 90s when it came out. I enjoyed that very much. We did go see the remake with Bill Skarsgård in 2017 and 2018, and very much liked it. In fact, I think I liked the remake even better than the original.
But that's saying a lot, though. I mean,
yeah, because I think the original is great. It does feel dated after you watch the new ones, though. It's like, but a lot of Stephen King stuff is like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like when Megan and I went and seen
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery, and I was like, oh, we gotta watch the original. And then I watched the original. I was like, oh crap! I wished I wouldn't have done that.
I still like it. It's just really cheesy.
I know, I like it too.
It can be.
And it has Fred Gwynn in it. And he's awesome in it. You know, he has one of my favorite Stephen King lines when he says, "Sometimes dead is better."
You know, you really should cut that. we should get it.
I could do that.
Oh,
but yeah, that's one of my favorite Stephen King lines. I love it when he says that.
Yeah.
So I like the original stuff, but then sometimes when I watch the new stuff, I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't watch the original because I should leave it where it is in my head. So that being said, I actually think the TV series is even better than the movie.
The new Welcome to Derry.
Yes, the new Welcome to Derry. I think it's even better than the movie.
I have seen some rumblings about that. People saying that they like it much more better.
Much more better. Cheers.
Cheers. Or it's a good rendition of the It story.
By the way, I'm drinking Liquid Death, Squeezed to Death today.
Nice. I'm doing my V8. I'm doing my V8 Energy pomegranate blueberry.
Nice. Well, Megan, what do you got?
I have Monster, the Bad Apple.
Bad Apple Monster.
That actually sounds good.
It's so good.
So I really enjoyed this series. I thought it was so great. I love the fact that you know, we not only got a prequel to what happened in the films, but we got the answer of who in the world Pennywise is. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I really like the background story on Pennywise. I thought it was really well done. And Bill Skarsgård playing just Pennywise versus Bill Skarsgård playing It, because technically they're different characters. It is not really Pennywise. It is It. He is just as creepy.
Yeah.
It's no difference whether he's Pennywise or what is Pennywise's name? Robert Gray. Robert or Bob Gray.
Bob Gray.
Even if he's Bob Gray or he's It.
Bob Gray, he was freaky.
He's just as creepy, you know? And I thought it was great.
He's a great actor.
He is. He
is a good actor. Well, think of the pedigree he comes from. His dad, his brother.
Sure.
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So with that said, I'm going to give it 9 red balloons because I think this movie is fantastic, or this TV series is fantastic.
Yeah.
I've watched through it twice and enjoyed it as much the second time as I did the first time. So Yeah. In fact,
Mhm.
there was things I picked up the second time that I missed the first time. That's why I say, Steven, you shouldn't Steven skip stuff. Just
listen,
saying.
listen.
Just saying.
Yeah. I had to get it. It was hard to get in this week. I worked a bunch
I
this
understand.
week, but that's okay. I still got it. I may go back once. I probably won't do it until I probably watch chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then go back and watch it. Watch Welcome to Derry.
And I totally respect your rule, on the kids rule. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact same rule, but this is more of an allegory on children's nightmares and fears is what this really is. If you look at the whole thing as a whole, it is all about children's fears and
let me take that a step further for you. Would you think that it is also kind of a coming of age type? Like, here's my childhood before I go through this event, and it causes me to really look at the world in a different way, like I'm coming of age, kind of a.
Yeah, it's almost like the Stand, or not the Stand.
I haven't seen the
Stand by Me. Stand by Me. There's a very Stand by Me.
That's Stephen King too. Crap, I've seen a lot more Stephen King than I think.
Stand by Me, haven't you, Megan?
No.
You have not watched. Oh my gosh, we have to watch Stand by Me. You're gonna love it.
It's Stephen King. What's it based on? His novella?
It's a
The
novella.
Body or something like that. Or
yeah, want to go see a dead body?
I mean, I've liked
sometimes dead is just better.
Sometimes dead is better. You got to get that better. It's kind of like butter, but it's better.
That's funny. Brenda says it is one of the few horror movies that I absolutely love. I love clowns, and Pennywise is great. At least it makes sense for people to fear clowns with him. I would agree.
True.
Yes. Brian says that was a horrible Walter Matthau impression.
When did I do a Walter Matthau impression?
Let's see. The Body. Yes, she agreed that the Stand By Me is based on The Body. And Brian says Stand By Me was directed by the late great Rob Reiner. That I did not know. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, it was.
I knew.
Rob
Reiner was a great.
The three geeky dads for January are going through Rob Reiner films.
Oh, okay.
And their first one was Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap, which is one of my favorite movies. I love this Spinal Tap. These go to 11. Oh, speaking of that, Liquid Death did a special Spinal Tap edition for their water, and they have an 11 pack.
That's awesome.
And it's got a notch cut out of the top of the box to hold 11 cans instead of 12.
That's funny.
I was on their website earlier this week and I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny.
That is pretty good. That's funny.
Try the energy drinks.
Yeah, I guess we can get them at Walmart.
Yeah, but then you have to buy the pack.
True.
We'd go to Five Below first.
Oh, do they have the energy drinks there?
Okay. They have them, and they're just out like the rest of them.
Well, we're grocery shopping today, so
nice.
All right, we're squirreling again.
We're squirreling again. It's so funny though how we're gonna talk a little bit here about all the connections and stuff, but I think that's what has got our brain in on it because of all the connections. Megan, go ahead. Sorry.
I just wanted to say my love for the It series. I have most of the Pennywise figures. This is just the one I got
cool.
with me. It's him with the boat.
That's a big one. That's not a little one, is it?
No, it's a regular size.
No, it's regular size.
Oh, it's all the illusion of seeing it on the screen.
She's holding it so close to the screen, it looks giant.
The biggest one I have so far is Baymax.
Oh, okay.
I have Baymax is the biggest one I have.
Oh, give me a second, Mike. I'll go to, here we go.
Brenda just brought this in. This is her little It.
I would not want that on my shelf. That's too freaky for me. I'm just saying.
I have I have most of the Pennywises, and then I have
Just
two
leave her.
Georgies.
We'll let her out.
I have the regular Georgie, and then I have the Chase variant with his arm off. But that's in my room.
That's funny.
And I love that box because the box has blood splatter on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
cool.
Well, all right. Here's what I'm doing right now. I'm adding to our show ideas. We'll do chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Well, and if you wanted to, you could add the original to our Ko-fi as a Ko-fi idea
chapter
too.
2. Okay, I'll add it. The original miniseries.
We should talk about that too. How
Miniseries.
every time we watched an episode, it would try to send us.
Oh, to the 2017.
Yeah. And then the last time when Dad was rewatching it, the last episode, it actually sent us to the original.
Yeah, it sure did. That was,
which was weird.
Yeah.
Because every single time it would send us to chapter 1.
Every time. They're all on HBO Max, right?
I believe
I would assume so.
Yeah. Anyway, so sorry. So yeah.
Well, the series is on Netflix.
Mm-mm.
Or
it's on HBO.
Oh.
HBO Max.
Right.
Or Max now, which then I think confuses it with Cinemax. But anyway.
No, now it's HBO Max.
They changed it back.
Right.
They changed it back?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. That's good to me. All right. By the way, everybody, you heard us talk about Ko-fi episodes. If you want to help support us, we do have a Ko-fi page, kind of like Patreon, but we just like it, Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, or coffee. Some people say coffee, some people say Ko-fi, some say tomato, some say tomato. But we're trying to get back into doing special episodes just for our Ko-fi subscribers. And if you are a Ko-fi subscriber, we got $1 tier, a $2 tier, and a $3 tier. And we do put out the audio versions of the podcast. As soon as we do it, we put it out for our Ko-fi subscribers with a special exclusive only RSS feed. So that's on there. So anyway, check us out there at Ko-fi, ko-fi.com /2 geeks, the number 2 GEEKS. You can search us 2 Geeks and a Microphone on there as well if you want to help support. So
and we just added the first 8 episodes of the Fleischerman Superman there too. So
yes,
that's a place you can go pick those up since we found out they're in
public domain
now. We're like, hey, let's put them up on our Ko-fi. So
we thought about making our own Superman stories with the villains that are in there and updating the villains and all kinds of stuff, having fun with that. So anyway, to say.
All right.
So what was your score, Mike? I'm sorry.
I gave it 9 red balloons.
9 red balloons.
Oh my God. Now I got 99 red balloons in my head. Oh, geez. That just popped in my head.
Pardon the pun. Pop. Sorry. Okay. Now, everybody, here we go. We are rolling into spoilerific territory from here on out. So, spoiler warning. Spoilerific territory. To the terrific spoilers that are here in this show. Now, with that being said, Mike, I know you've got kind of a nice list of things for us to kind of talk through and talk about. I want to honor you in the work that you did in that because you worked hard on that for today and we keep squirreling. So my bad. How do you want to continue on with our discussion here?
Well, the thing I'd like to discuss first is, so, we've had this thing going on in Disney lately where they're wanting to make all the villains, give all the villains a, safe and happy origin, kind of thing.
A relatable villain. What is that called?
There's a name for that, and I can't think of what it's called.
But they want the backstories to the villains. They're given their perspective of why they're evil, or it's not their fault they're evil, or something like that. I don't know how else to say that.
And
Cruella de Vil was a good one. The one with Emma Stone, I thought that was good. Where kind of she was just struggling, kind of a thing. But even the one with Angelina Jolie, Maleficent,
yeah.
The background was like, just a misunderstood villain.
Not saying you can't.
I love both the Maleficent and the Cruella.
They are good. They are good. But this goes back to I like my bad guys bad, my
You bad
good guys good.
Right. And
See, I
and
don't.
I
That's okay. It's okay to be different. It's
No,
okay to be wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I'm just making a joke. I'm teasing.
that's usually my line.
It is. That's why I said it.
Great. I love it. I love it. No,
No.
that's fine. It's fine. It's just I do tend to agree with Steven on this. I hate that they go back and they try and make them okay. They're misunderstood, and I don't feel like they did that with Pennywise in this.
No, not at
I mean-
all.
I
I
mean,
agree.
It wasn't his fault that he turns into what he turns in. I will give it that, and we won't go exactly.
Is that
how
really
that
still
happened.
him though?
I don't think it is.
I don't
That's
think
the
it
thing.
is. I think he just took on his persona because it attracted kids better.
And we can get into that when we get to the point where Halloran captures him, because that was interesting. But when they show Bob Gray, so again, spoiler alert, Bob Gray is the man who is Pennywise in what, 1912, Megan? Something like that?
Something like
Early 1900s.
Well, what's 62 minus 27?
You know,
Well,
I don't
was
like
that
math,
the-
right?
I know, right? Okay, 62 minus
I guess I
27, 1935.
Okay.
And that's that.
See, I
Does
thought
that
it was
seem
earlier
right?
than that. But
All right, let me do like another minus 27. And that, 35
what?
minus 27. That would put it 1908.
Oh, wow. Anyway,
So
regardless,
that doesn't sound right. But anyway, keep going. So
I
sorry.
thought it was around 1912, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, he comes off creepy even as a normal human.
Yes.
And I mean, I like that. I like that in the story aspect of it. I'm not saying I like that he's creepy or anything, but he kind of comes
yeah.
off like he's a child predator. He really does.
Agreed. He does.
And that's why the real villain of the story is actually attracted to him, because this boy comes to him and says, "You draw children in," and
Okay.
it
Uh-oh.
feeds off of the fears of children.
Mhm.
So
Well, of people too, but I think there was
of
something
people
about
too.
kids being more
focuses on children.
He tends to
more
focus on
flavorful when they're that scared.
The wikis, I know Wikipedia is not be all end all, but
It's okay.
the estimation for it was 1908.
Okay.
Is when he
Oh,
died,
well,
so.
you did the math, Stephen. So yeah, I think he comes off kind of as a child predator, and so does not glorify him before he becomes the monster and everything.
Mhm.
And I think that's
Mhm.
great. I think it's great that they did that, and they didn't try to turn Bob Gray into this hero. Now he has a moment where I'm like, yeah, I kind of get the way I kind of understand why he is where he's at, because he has that moment where the kids come up and attack him on stage, and it was kind of a jerk move on the kids' part, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And then they all take over his stage.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably attack children's too if they did that to me.
Right.
That's the only moment I can think that would justify.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that happened, because that's more of a. That just seemed out of place to throw something in, like, because normally kids in that time period probably would not have been that way.
I don't know. I ain't quite that old yet. So
Yeah, well, there's a reason I
don't
like Highlander.
I don't know. Kids are
I'm
jerks.
Stephen McLeod of the
kids
Clan
can be
McLeod. I've been
jerks.
around a while. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you this, Mike. I want to give you kudos, because I did Steven skip. I saw the scene where it came as a boy to him, but I Steven skipped some of that going, snore, come on,
Oh,
you know, kind of a thing.
See, you missed.
And so I did
huge
miss.
detail.
I know. I'm saying you're right.
Oh gosh, I'm telling you this all the time.
Listen, I had to get it in somehow,
It
or
is
I'd still be watching it.
It has a freaking huge detail, and it's just before he's kidnapped.
Wait,
Because
what do you miss?
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
so-
looking up thing.
you were looking up what?
I was looking up the answer to Mom's question.
Oh.
So I missed what Steven missed.
Oh, the part where he says you draw children to you.
Yeah.
And all.
So
Okay,
the creature from outer space, which we find out it is actually a creature from outer space that landed on Earth around that time period, and it takes the form of a child and comes to Bob Gray, and Bob Gray is like, you know, he's off stage, he's kind of out of his makeup and everything. Or no, he has the makeup on and he took the wig off. And he's out taking a smoke break, basically. He's out smoking a cigarette and everything. And this kid comes to him and, I need help. And he's like, kid, can't you see I'm on a break? You know, which I thought was funny, because I'm like, yeah, this guy is not, you know, he's not a friendly guy, you know. And the kid, which is probably a good you know, well, I mean, it should have been a good thing for this kid anyway. But you know, the kid's like, no, I need help. I'm separated from my parents. And then you hear a scream, and Bob's like, well, what was that? That was my mom.
I want to talk about that scream.
Okay, hold on one second. It's not a Wilhelm scream.
No.
I don't think there was a Wilhelm scream. That would have been awesome.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But anyway, so that kind of gets Bob's attention, and then he goes off with the kid, and then basically that's when Bob Gray is he's no longer Bob Gray. He, at that point, he becomes it. And the only reason the kid took him was because it saw the fact that children were drawn to Pennywise the clown, and that was it. So anyway, what were you going to say, Megan, about the scream?
So the first, because you hear two screams. You hear the first scream, and it's a little bit farther in the distance. That first scream makes me think of like an elk call, or like it sounded more like an elk noise than a scream.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I wonder if they mixed it, a person scream and an elk scream, to make it sound a little more horrifying.
They could have.
Blame this one for me noticing that, because Alistair, who is a deer, so all of his noises in the background are like deer calls and elk screams and things like that. So I hear those. That's what it made me think of.
I mean, that's a possibility. They could have combined. They do that stuff in the music, or not the music, the sound editing and such.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it also helps that there's a lot of animal sounds that sound like people. If you hear a fox screaming, sometimes it sounds human.
Man, we're squirreling all over the place. That's going to be freaky. So everybody, next week we're going to have a really cool sound machine that's going to have all these different screams on it. I'm just kidding.
Animals make weird noises.
Yes, they do. That's true.
Yeah, my dogs fart all the time.
I never hear my dogs fart, but I can smell it.
Yeah, silent but deadly.
Yes. Okay, moving right along.
Yeah, I got something I want. I don't know if I should bring this up or not, but we kind of talked about it. Remember how I made the joke about they kind of kids probably taste better, the fear tastes better and all that? Because the kids had a conversation about that in the show. When they were up in the little tower, they were talking about the... Yeah. And it was they were talking about what cortisol, adrenaline, and something else. They were talking about like, whoa, this is getting a little technical kind of thing. It brought me back to... I'm going to go into conspiracy theory stuff land here, folks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying this is real or anything, but it reminded me of this conspiracy theory that came out.
Strap on your tinfoil hat.
Correct. that came out some time ago about how it was a time when Pizzagate was a thing and some other stuff, and they were talking about how they were kidnapping kids, and really they were trying to get this drug out of kids. They get them afraid, and then they could extract this chemical out of the kids, kind of a thing, because it's supposed to be, I don't know, something, whatever about it. It reminded
I
me
didn't get
of that.
deep into Pizzagate, so I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was this, I don't know what it was called or anything like that. And I really don't want to go further in it, but I just thought, I wonder if they use some of that from a conspiracy theory to say, oh, this could be a good explanation why it wants to get them scared because of the whole chemical thing. So we're going to write that in the show, and why he does kids more than adults. If that makes, he still takes care of adults. Don't get me wrong.
Who knows?
But why he liked the kid factor more.
I think part of it's also it's easier, because I think that's what he says in the films. Like it's easier.
Oh, does it?
To kill.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Easier to kill kids. Gotcha. Brenda says what?
Brenda says that's Monsters Inc. Which I was thinking that when you brought up the whole thing, I was like, I wanted to interject Monsters Inc. and I didn't get a spot to do it, and then Brenda brought it up. So, yes, Monsters Inc. They get their energy from the fear of children. That's why they, in the beginning of the movie, they're going into kids' rooms at night and scaring the kids, and as they scream, they take the energy and they turn it into their energy to power their city and such.
Yeah, but Monsters Inc., they find out that the adult screams are higher powered.
No, it's children's laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why at the end you see Mikey, and he's in the kid's room, and he's sitting on a stool with a microphone, and he's starting to tell jokes instead of trying to scream him. Then they're becoming little stand-up comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, I kind of wanted to move on to Dick Halloran. Dick is one of my favorite characters in the series. And I mean, partially because of my love of The Shining. That's my all-time favorite Stephen King story, is The Shining. In fact, the only Stephen King books I have ever read from cover to cover are, number 1, The Shining, and number 2, Dr. Sleep. And that's only because Dr. Sleep
They're connected.
Right. The sequel.
So you read the books, not just watched the movies.
Yeah, those two I read the books. I've never read it. It is a huge book. I mean, The Shining's big too, but it is like humongous. That's
like The Stand. Those two are huge books.
They're both. They might be. I didn't research this, but they might be Stephen King's longest books. Those two, It and Stand. But they're humongous.
Please provide a list of Stephen King books by page count.
Here
we go. Let's see. The Behemoths. The Stand, complete and uncut, is around 1,100 pages. It's 1,152, around there.
Yeah.
It is 1138 to 1142.
Okay.
So those are
his 2 longest books then.
Yeah.
So, which is probably why I never read those. I took one look at that and said, nope, I'll never get through it. But anyway, Dick is one of my favorite characters in the Stephen King universe. And I was just amazed that he was brought into this. Because again, I didn't read the books. So I did find out in my research, Dick is in the book, but he's not as prominent as he is in the TV series.
He's in It?
He's in
the book?
He's in the book It. He is still kind of the quote unquote hero of the Black Spot, which is the Airmen's Club,
Okay.
All the black airmen, they had their little club and stuff because Dick got the special privileges to get that location and everything. So, and that same scene is still in the book, and Dick is there, but he's not quite the prominent character in the book that he is in the TV series. They they kind of brought his character out a little bit more for the TV series. I like the way they did it because
Agreed.
he's kind of a primary character in this book. I mean, in this TV series, and it really ties in The Shining into this. And I love
thought
how they did it.
That, and also the aspect of the box, the mental box.
Yes.
So
and
that
that's
reminded
something
me
we
of
got
Dr.
to
Sleep.
see, and we didn't get to see so much in The Shining. Yes.
But what about the book Dr. Sleep?
Well, yeah. They do refer to it in Dr. Sleep. That's true. That's true. I kind of want to go back and watch Dr. Sleep again now.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. That one, I struggled in that one scene. There's that one scene with the kids and stuff. And I was like, oh, man, in the movie. So,
Right. No, I get it.
But on the whole, I enjoy villains getting their comeuppance, and I kind of enjoyed it in Dr. Sleep. So,
well, you're not going to like the whole beginning of the 2017 It. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. Anyway, continue on. Yeah. Real quick though, I want to get back to Brenda's question. I'm sorry, Brenda, I squirreled us. Did it ever explain why every 27 years, not 25, but 30, but 27? And then she comes back and goes, so 27 years? Did you find an answer?
I do not know an answer to that. I'll bet you there's some kind of Stephen King tie-in somewhere there.
There's not a concrete answer, but I have a Reddit theory.
Okay, go for it, Tito.
Well, I told you I was looking for her answer.
It's fine.
I did a search too, by the way. Go ahead.
So basically, King likes these odd numbers, but 27 years gives you enough time to forget and then have your own kids and then relive the trauma. So it's a cycle thing. And then they say it's symbolic of cycles ending, childhood turning into adulthood, and trauma's return. Plus, it's just off enough from neat, familiar numbers like 20 or 30 to feel uncanny, which, let's face it, that's King's specialty.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he apparently also likes the 19, and that's in the Dark Tower.
Okay. I just figured something might have happened to him at 27 years of age, so he uses that, or 27's his favorite number, so he uses it. I just figured it was something like that, but that makes sense. There's
also, somebody said the 27-year cycle is in astrology is usually the bringer of generally major unpleasant life upheaval that lasts for a few years, called the Saturn return.
That sounds very Stephen King-ish. It really does. Yeah, I can see him incorporating that into his ideas. So,
okay.
Yeah, makes sense. I get it.
Yeah. This is, I asked the question, does the It movies, books, or show explain why the 27-year timetable? And it says, yes, both the It book and the movie adaptations provide explanations for the 27-year timetable, though the book goes into more detail regarding the entity's biology and psychology. The 27-year cycle is essentially a, quote, binge and crash, end quote, feeding system followed by a long hibernation to recover. In the book, it says in the novel, the 27-year cycle established through Mike Hanlon's research into Derry's history. Biological needs, the creature requires long periods of hibernation to recover from the massive energy expenditures used to alter reality and feed on fear.
They did refer to that in the TV series too. The fact that he had to rejuvenate for so long, before he could come back.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when they destroyed the one of the 13 pillars. I don't know how else to say that. The artifacts, the shards. That as soon as that one was destroyed, they did a great view of him hibernating, for lack of a better term, and then realizing, oh, it's open. The door, kind of a thing.
Oh my God, that epitomizes the whole military intelligence, or should I say lack of military intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't mean to disparage any of our if we have any military
personnel.
listeners, because we do love and respect our military, but
Yes.
we all know the old saying, military intelligence, and the fact that it's not referring to actually being intelligent, and this just epitomizes it. Because why in the hell would you undo the barrier that keeps this thing in?
Yeah. It's a common story trope, and that's why people will say that. They'll be like,
Right.
and this, I think this is good because the theme behind that I thought was really interesting is the ends justify the means mentality, and I think that's why it was like, well, this is what we're trying to do, but this is going to bring us all together. Really, isn't the military the same people who say all plans go great until they hit the battlefield? So, they kind of know, but anyway, good point.
Well, it's just like what's her face, the one character, the Indian, I can't think of what her name is. When she's like, you can't contain this thing. You think you can contain it, but you can't. And she's absolutely right. It's stupid to even think you can contain this thing. I mean, and he witnessed it. Granted, he didn't witness as much as our heroes do in the movie or the TV series, because we've got two separate versions of the heroes and stuff. But he sees what this thing can do, and for some odd reason he thinks, oh yeah, we as the military will be able to control this thing. No, you can't. Nobody can control this thing. That's the reason they decided to cage it, so it only had so far it could go, and then they could try and keep people out of that basic area, which made sense.
Rose was her character.
Rose, yeah, very,
yeah,
yep. Thank you. Which I liked her character too. She was really good. I liked her, and I liked her nephew. I thought he had a weird name, Taniel instead of Daniel, and that's how I remember it too, Daniel. But replaced.
That's a good way to remember it. I like that.
I liked his character too. He was interesting, and I liked when they sent Dick in to basically interrogate Taniel, and he goes into Taniel's mind, and then
I thought that whole scene was great because it gave you the whole, what's the generational story, the story that's told from generation to generation about it.
Well, and we got two generational stories, because we got the generational story on Dick Halloran, and then we got the generational story on the kids from it, both. So I thought it was cool that you have two separate things going on at once, and I liked it.
Agreed. So, that reminded me of something else to say. What did you think about the origin story of it?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. I kind of voiced that a little bit earlier, in the fact that I enjoyed the fact that they did not try to make him a good guy from day one. Because I didn't feel he was a good guy. I really didn't.
Right.
I didn't think he was all that nice a guy as Bob Gray. So
yeah,
I thought it was a great origin for Pennywise.
Yeah. What I liked about it was, not that he's just bad, but it's a monster that feeds. It will do whatever it needs to do to get its prey. And then that adds on to, well, I'm going to scare them so that they taste better. So just saying.
Do I have face on my face?
I like that one.
I did too. And I thought it was funny because I had Gemini help me get my notes together and stuff. Because as I rewatched this, I'd punch into Gemini, hey, I saw this, give me some information on this, so on and so forth. And one of the things Gemini said that, and I thought this was a great insight, that so the creature from outer space takes over Bob Gray, Pennywise, and takes on the clown entertainer aspect but does not understand human comedy whatsoever. And
Mhm.
I think that scene of, do I have face on my face was a good example of that. Like, like the creature thinking he's being funny, and to us as outsiders watching it, there is kind of a sick humor to it,
Mhm.
but at the same time, to anyone around him, it's not funny at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good insight. I like that.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So where do we want to move to next? We can get to Marge and Richie. So we have the characters Marge. Now, Marge is an interesting character because she starts off as she kind of feels like she's part of the Mean Girls Club, which I think she is because she's with the what do they call the patty cakes? Because the leader of that little Mean Girl Club, her name was Patty, and they called all of her little followers patty cakes, which I thought was pretty clever. And Marge just wants to be a part of the patty cakes, so she does everything, including betraying her friend Lily, who's supposed to be her best friend, and everything. And I really didn't like Marge at all to begin with. I was like, you little witch, betraying your best friend, your supposed best friend, just so you can be in the cool girls club.
Perceived cool club. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's like, you suck. It just made me mad. But as her character definitely develops, she has a definite character arc. And then she kind of, Richie falls for her. Richie really likes her. He has a crush on her. And then she starts to like him back. And I really like the story between them two. And then the fact that we get the connection to the movie.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but I assume that's what it was.
Right.
It happens.
Yeah, that's somewhere where you would have to watch the movie to understand it. But in the movie, we have Rich Tozer. Excuse me.
Richie Tozer.
Yeah.
Right, Richie Tozer, who is Marge's son. And he's actually named after Richie from this series. And Penny tells her that. Pennywise tells her
that he knows when his death is. And I thought, well, that's weird. Is he a time traveling thing or something?
And they bring that up too. They because Lily and Marge have that discussion at the end, because Marge says, Pennywise told me about my future. How does he know the future and everything? Can he travel through time?
I don't know if it's so much as traveling through time or if it's like
well, he said he doesn't see time in a linear fashion.
Yeah. It's just kind of an like this ominous, I can't say that word. This overall like being able to see everything
right
at the same time.
But
because
okay, go ahead.
I don't think he landed in whenever he took the Pennywise, whenever he took Bob Gray. I think so he landed much earlier than that because with Daniel and his aunt, they had stories about
you had
the
Rose,
creature.
You had Rose and the Colonel or whatever. No, Colonel. Commander
Francis.
Francis. You had their
they
childhood.
Encountered him.
Right. They encountered him long before he met Pennywise. So yeah, he was terrorizing back then, just in different forms.
Right.
Yeah.
And he hadn't chose, because then Pennywise kind of becomes more or less his chosen form.
Yeah.
Once he meets Pennywise and then takes him in. Eats him. as he
Takes
did
over his
say,
persona.
I'm not Bob Gray. I ate him. And I think he did. I think that's a true statement. I think he really did eat Bob Gray. So,
But its legend was already a established thing.
Right.
Yeah.
right. So anyway, but yeah, so we have the whole Rich and Margie thing, and
Mhm.
I loved how Pennywise comes to her and says, "You're gonna have a child," and he was all excited because he was terrorizing Richie Tozer's mother, and
Mhm.
he expresses that he's like, "Oh, it's so good to terrorize you.
Yeah.
Your son helps to kill me," and she's just
Mhm.
like, "What?" Which I
Yeah.
thought was great. So yeah, you probably need to watch the 2017 one now.
Okay.
We just got kicked off Twitch.
Really?
Although it went black.
Huh.
It still says live, but it like recounted. It's restarted the count.
I wonder if it only allows us so much time on Twitch.
It may.
Mm,
Of course, we've went over
Okay.
No.
before.
Well, we have we really watched it though? Okay. Anyway, keep going. Okay. So let's just keep on.
But go ahead.
No. So the whole, I thought that was intriguing that we got that link of, oh, here's something that goes with the other one. That must be a really cool reveal for everybody who has seen the movies.
It was really cool. I sometimes forgot, who the kids were, because a lot of the kids had ties to the kids in the films too. And then it was neat to put together those ties and go, oh, okay, that's cool. That's how they connect and everything. So I really enjoyed that. It was a nice little Easter egg. But then it really added to the conversation between Marge and Lily at the end, and the fact that, because Marge is like, well, what happens if Pennywise goes back in time and tries to like kill one of our ancestors to where we're not born?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Pennywise has already been back in those times. So the question is there going to be a season 2? And if there is he going to go back to the events before? Because there's several events that happen that are actually featured in the Derry logo. So when you watch the intro and you see the Derry logo, and each letter represents a different event that happened within the It universe and such. So yeah, that's the interesting thing. Oh, I think I forgot to bring up the tie to DC Comics and into our previous show too, our previous episode.
Oh yeah.
So in one of the scenes with was it Richie? Who was in that scene, Megan, with the comic book?
It was Stanley's uncle.
Hold on. Is that?
Hold on.
I'm trying to find who it is. Sometimes I get the characters mixed up. Anyway, the two of them are talking, and one of them holds up. Where'd my comic go? Oh, I had put it right over here.
Hey.
One of them holds up issue 132 or 123 of The Flash from 1961, The Flash of Two Worlds, which we talked about The Flash of Two Worlds last week. We talked about the Absolute Universe version of The Flash of Two Worlds, but
yeah,
he held that up. I missed it the first time I watched it. And then the second time I watched it, I went, whoa, wait a minute. And I did a Steven rewind. And I was like, holy crap, he's holding the Flash up. And then there's another one, which you reminded me of. I forgot another scene.
He's sitting at the table.
When he's sitting at the table and his father's reprimanding him for not studying the Torah, right? Torah?
I think he was just saying, "Get your head out of the clouds," was what I got out of it.
Well,
Was,
true,
make
true.
believe.
Right. Because there's enough horror in the real world. You don't need make believe. And he takes the Flash comic book and flings it across the room.
Yeah, it's like, oh dang, it went from 9.8 scale to a 4.4.
Right. Exactly. And there was also a detectives comic.
There was.
Yeah.
Batman.
Yep. There was a Batman detective comic in there. I didn't do as much research on that just because the Flash tied in with our last episode.
Yes, agreed.
I was so excited when I saw that. I'm like, yeah, the Flash 123. Awesome. Such a nerdy reference, but I love it. So
That was Teddy.
Okay.
Who is another connection. Because he's Stanley's uncle.
Oh, yeah. And then the other connection that the Flash has to it is the fact that Andrew Muschietti is the director for it. He was also the director for the 2003 Flash movie. So
okay,
it might have been him kind of giving you a hint. Oh, go watch my movie, which
right,
is either hit or miss.
I hear that. Let's see.
Okay. I'm trying to think of where we should go from there. We're getting we're over time, so we can talk again still about the Derry logo. So I Megan had mentioned the Derry logo to me.
Yes.
And Megan's like, you do realize that the Derry logo is very important because it has all the major events from the It series. So I had Gemini connect that for me. And it says the D has the storm drain, which is what we see in the film, because that's where it comes to Georgie in the film. And then we have the image of the child peering into the dark sewer. And it represents the current fear and the iconic Georgie moment and symbolizes the gateway into the It domain. Something else about that, when you look at that, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like Pennywise It. It looks kind of like it's got octopus tentacles.
That's a nod to the book.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So it's a nod to the book. The book described Pennywise as having tentacles, but in the movie, Pennywise has more like spider legs. So when he manifests into different shapes and such. But that's an interesting connection though. Then we have the E, which is the Bradley Gang shootout of 1929. The image is a bullet-riddled car, which the military dug up the car. They found that. And men in suits gunned down on Main Street. The meaning, violent end to the 1929 cycle, because every cycle ends with a major violent event and killing lots.
Oh, yeah. They mentioned that when they're having a little council meeting in the living room. And I forgot what they called it, though. But yeah.
So the show, it shows the town itself turns violent under its influence. And the citizens did the shooting. The citizens actually came out. So what it is this gang comes through Derry, and they actually ask to go buy bullets. And when they do, the guy selling the bullets, he calls somebody or something. He goes in back and calls somebody. And next thing you know, everyone's coming out to witness this going on because these guys are wanted. And the police come after him and everything. And there's this huge shootout, and the Derry residents get involved in it. And that's how so many people die. And then say that Pennywise is seen in the conflict within it. So that's the Pennywise connection. So apparently he's kind of constructing the whole thing. He's kind of the arbiter of it, I'd say, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Were you going to say something, Megan?
I think Gemini's wrong.
Why do you think Gemini's
I think
wrong?
it's just going over the entire title sequence. Because
Okay.
the D is a fire, and the E is a family picnicking.
Well, I don't know, but each one of these are featured in the opening. So,
yeah.
Then you have, well, according to Gemini, you have R, the Kitchener Ironworks explosion of 1906. The image, the smoking ruins of the factory, and a flaming Easter bunny mask. Which every time I seen that, I was like, "Why is the Easter bunny in here?" The meaning is the massive tragedy that killed 102 people, mostly kids, during an Easter egg hunt. This is its masterpiece of the early 20th century. Then we have the second R, which is the black spot, which was featured in this. That was the club. 1962. Image, fire consuming a wooden club structure or burning hands. The meaning is the racial violence and fire that anchors the Welcome to Derry series itself. And then finally, we have the Y, and it's the deadfalls, the tree, which the tree was featured. We saw that. That's how basically they stop Pennywise, or stop it, is they have to get the artifacts.
The knife, that one knife,
the
knife
dagger
they had.
that
The
was
dagger.
right, that was made from the meteorite that fell to Earth that it came from. They had to get that to that tree to stop it from attacking and such, and send him into his sleep cycle and everything. Anyway, the image, the twisted ancient tree in the barns, or the meteor, meaning the origin point where it first landed and where the deadlights leak through. So there you have it. That is Welcome to Derry in not so many words, or maybe a bunch of words.
I was trying to look up the Derry image from the opening thing, but that's okay because I was trying to follow along. But I thought it was interesting. Everybody, I just watched it once. Then when I said skip intro every time after the first time, skip.
See, there was even little Easter eggs,
even Easter eggs in those. Yes.
And if you think about it, the song they used for the intro, the whole ribbons and smiles thing, which is Pride and Prejudice. It's like comes from Pride and Prejudice. If you think about that song kind of mirrors Lily in the story, because she tries to keep a smile on her face even though things are bad. And that's kind of what the song talks about. So the song really mirrors Lily from the show. So
yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I got.
The turtle.
Let's talk turtle.
Oh,
turtle soup. No, I'm just
Still have
kidding.
never read the book, but I know the turtle is very important in the book.
Well, yeah,
And
we had the turtle.
Stephen King's books.
The turtle was the mascot for the
their school.
Yeah, well, not for their school, but for the little
Bert the turtle.
Right.
The bomb.
Yeah, for
Whoa.
When Stephen, since we grew up in the 80s, we kind of experienced this. We had the atomic war threat, and the atomic war fear. The nuclear for us in the 80s is nuclear, actually. And we had those little PSAs about what to do in case of a new, get under your desk, like that's going to help.
Right.
Which is funny because they always said the same thing about an earthquake, tornadoes, get under your desk. Why? That's not going to help. It's not going to help a thing. But anyway, they had those PSAs for them on atomic attacks and so on and so forth. And they had the mascot. What was the name? The turtle? Bert the turtle. And he would say, duck and cover.
Yeah.
Well, and they took wasn't the dagger, was it the dagger? One of the artifacts, they actually put in a turtle shell. The Indians did.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
did,
you
I
also
saw
had
that. Mhm.
so you also had that reference to a turtle in there too.
There's another one.
Okay, what is it?
Yes,
The charm bracelets. The very
That's
beginning,
right.
or
there's a
when
turtle in that.
the very beginning, they're opening them, and the turtle is supposed to be for like protection or good luck or something like that. And
So
Gotcha.
I looked up, I went ahead and asked, I said, what is the significance of the TU? And I was spelling out turtle, and then it auto finished turtle in the Stephen King book. Like, whoa.
I'll bet you a lot of people were looking for that then.
So here's what it says. In Stephen King's universe, the turtle, known as Maturin, represents an ancient, benevolent, cosmic force of good, order, and creation that acts as a direct counterbalance to the chaotic evil forces like it. Maturin is a guardian of the beam in the Dark Tower series and is famously depicted in it as having created the universe by vomiting it up.
Wow. Okay, so there you go. There's the connection to the Dark Tower then.
So the next time that you're sick, everybody, just know you're probably throwing up a universe. Just saying.
Gross. So does that mean like little who's are in your body and you throw them up?
I guess so.
People are people, no matter how small or how tall. Or,
Yeah.
There's
I flush them down the toilet. Just go to the primordial soup of the throw up world. Makes you think differently about being sick. Just saying.
you were about to say something, Megan.
I was gonna say there's connections to the turtle in the 2017 one too.
What was the connection in 2017? I
When
don't
they
remember.
jump into the lake, one of them makes a comment about thinking that they got bit by a turtle, and then I think there's like one or two other
Okay.
small turtles that you can see. I think there's a turtle figurine in Georgie's room. I think.
Oh, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
No,
Oh.
no, like a little turtle, just turtle.
That would have been cool if they would have put a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in there.
I mean, there might have been.
Of course, they may not have been able to do that either, because that might have been copyright issues too. I mean, Steven Spielberg put Star Wars action figures in E.T., so
Right.
and it was actually used in the script too, because he's like, Elliot says something about this is Greedo and this is Han Solo, and they fight, all that stuff. Oh yeah, so.
What's interesting is here it says key aspects of the turtle in King's literature include cosmic guardian. Maturin is one of the 12 guardians of the beams that hold up the Dark Tower, which is the nexus of all realities. And then I look at, well, we had 13 of these objects that kept it in the, or, within a certain area that, so again, this whole circle motif of certain, I don't say beams, but that, things that, something that contains something within or holds something within.
Well, there's another connection with the Flash comic book and the fact that Flash 123 is the introduction to DC's multiverse. And if you think about this, we're kind of getting deep into not so much the multiverse, but the King macroverse.
Oh, nice. The King macroverse.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said that. Yeah, I don't know who it was. Someone had it, some kind of let's see, map of Stephen King universe. Oh my goodness. I just say
gosh.
map of, and it finished Stephen King universe. Things are listening to you more than you think. Oh yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get this up. Map of Stephen King's universe. I'm going to see if I can make this much more bigger. There we go. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. See, we just do stuff on the fly, everybody. Okay, so here is the Dark Tower.
It looks like a game board.
It does look like a game board. Here's Maturin, Derry, and Castle Rock.
Oh wow!
Line. So out here, Then over here is Crimson King, Low Men Breakers, Roland. I remember Roland. Roland is the gunslinger. The man in the black suit, that's the evil guy. He's also in Eyes of the Dragon, which is down here. Salem's Lot's down here. Flag. See, some people say Flag is the same as the man in the black suit, but I don't know for sure. But there's all these, I guess these all these books. Oh, here's Tommy Knockers. I saw that. That was good.
Oh.
Bag of Bones, The Body, i.e. the Stand By Me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how it all it's kind of an interesting map though. 1999, what I guess is that date on that. So
the Dark Tower is the center of everything Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, the King macroverse.
Yes, I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. The macroverse. Okay. Anyway, there you have it. There you are, everybody. Welcome to the macroverse. That's interesting. There's other maps in here too, by the way, that get a little bit more. Oh, there's a black and white one. I don't know. Cool infographics.
Oh, the only other thing I can think of we didn't mention is the fact that Dick Halloran actually he immobilizes it for a little bit by using the shining, by using the shine, which I loved. I thought that was awesome. He goes into its mind and sends him back to the circus and everything, and trying to trick it into thinking that he was no longer the creature, but he was actually Bob Gray and everything. And then eventually it figures out what's going on because it realizes that Dick is disguising himself as the leader of the circus and everything. And then he's like, "I see you, Dickie boy." and
Tricky.
Tricky
Dicky.
Yeah, I see you, Tricky Dicky. Which is funny because that's what they used to call Richard Nixon. But in the real world, Pennywise goes to attack, I think it was Marge, and he freezes. And he freezes with his mouth open. You see all the teeth and everything. And she's just like, "Whoa, what just happened?" And that was right after he had told her about her son and everything. Mm-hmm. And then she just realizes, "Oh, wait, he's frozen. He can't do anything. I'm leaving." And she gets out of there. Smart move on her part. Very smart. And I mean, there's a lot of things we didn't touch. We also didn't touch Marge's, how she actually becomes good again. But with the eyes and everything, that was pretty weird and freaky. But anyway, so Pennywise is just stuck there. He can't move and everything. And that's when the army colonel, captain, general, whatever he is, what did we say his name is? Was it Henry?
Francis.
Mm-hmm. Francis comes up to him and starts talking to him.
Yeah. You're free to go.
When Pennywise comes to, then he eats him.
Well, what's interesting is when he walks by, because he was going to walk right by him. And I thought, okay. And then when he walked by him, he goes, and then he turns around.
Yeah, because he smelled
I know you, and I never forget a smell. And
right. And all of a sudden, he has that childhood fear.
Yeah.
Of it. And then we didn't get into Bob Gray's daughter.
Trauma.
Yeah, exactly. That's reliving the trauma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect example. Yeah, we also didn't get into his daughter too, Bob, because she plays a major part throughout this. And then there's a connection to her in the 2017 movie, because we have what Periwinkle. Mm-hmm. Periwinkle, Pennywise's daughter, who's going to basically take on the role that her mother played in Pennywise's act.
Oh yeah, okay.
We never do find out what happened to her mother. Her mother died, and we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But and then that's when Bob Gray disappears, and then she's heartbroken because her dad's gone. So she spends all this time looking for him and trying to find him. And she ends up working for the mental institution, which Lily gets put into because of the ugly way her dad died. And she's got, well, basically PTSD from her dad dying and everything. And her being in the mental institute, she's meeting these children who've experienced this vision or, whatever of Pennywise and trying to meet up with her father. But as she's doing this, she's basically drawing children to him. She's doing his work, which is just mind blowing. It's like, holy crap. And then she is the old lady in the 2017 movie that what's her face? Bev goes to talk to. That's actually her. So that's the tie there. So there's so many ties that it's just I keep thinking of that guy, for the meme where he's standing in front of the board with all the
Oh yeah.
They're connected.
Right.
It's all connected.
That's what I think of. So, okay. That's it. We got to end this episode. We're going on way too long.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, you heard it. There we are. We better wrap it up because, wow. Yeah. So there's so much connectedness, so much stuff going on with this. I thought it was, was it worth seeing? Yeah, I'd say it was worth seeing. So I appreciate you bringing it up for us to talk about. So especially those who are Stephen King fans and all. So, all right. Well, with that, everybody, just want to do a real quick shout out. Just thanks for so much for joining us. If you would please check us out on our website at www.twogeeksmic.com. That's the number 2 GEEKSMIC.com. That's where we have all things Two Geeks. You can get to our Ko-fi page, like we mentioned earlier, which that is ko-fi.com/2, the number 2 GEEKS to get there. Also, you can get to our merch page there, which is twogeeksmicmerch.com, the number 2 GEEKSMICMERCH.com. And if you want to give us a shout out or hang out with us or just want to know more about us, just hit show@twogeeksmic.com. Mike does a really good job of keeping track of those and the requests and stuff. So, all right, Mike.
All right. With that said, if you made it this far, please make sure and go and like and subscribe to us on the socials. We are currently active on Facebook and Instagram, where I try to post sometimes memes, some geeky information, such as, I don't know, anniversaries of geeky stuff, comic books, games, TVs, movies, etc., or characters' birthdays, or whatever's geekily relevant. And then make sure and go and like and subscribe to us also on all the places that you can watch us, which would be Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. And then you can always get the information of when we go live. And speaking of going live, we go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest because I don't do math. And that's it, folks.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. That's all I got. So I guess we'll sign off.
All right. So please do not Steven skip this this episode. Oh my God, my brain is fried from all this information.
Right. We had a lot of information this episode. A lot.
Yeah. And we didn't, man, this is a huge series to cover. It really is. And all the Easter eggs. It's mind boggling how much stuff is in this.
Yeah.
All right. So please do not Steven skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest.
Cheers.
Oh, and don't forget, dead is sometimes better. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,